Okay, now I'm recording. I don't even feel like doing my hair today, but just ignore the hair for now. But what I want to talk about is I wanted to make my platform by being I want my platform to be about my life, of what going on with my life, um, and where it started from being a little child to now. Um, but I can go back in the days. This is very hard because I got to go back to my childhood. But a lot of this stuff that I'm going through is my childhood, and I'd rather to tell somebody about it and get it out because it's better to get it out than to suffer with it for so long. So growing up as my childhood of I can't talk for my siblings. I only can talk for myself. So growing up as a child of four, I think it was four, yeah, four, but it was five, but I lost my older brother, so it was four of us. So growing up as a child of four kids, I'm the oldest daughter, so it was a young my sister was young, and then my little brother, and then my oldest brother. So I was the oldest daughter. I always felt like I was the oldest anyway because of it was a lot my mama used to put on me as a kid. So growing up wasn't a fantastic time in my life. Growing up was like it was not good. Um my mom would work. Well, no telling what she would do. Was she working? Was she's out there doing whatever she was doing? I don't know, but I know she was working half the time, and then half the time, when she wasn't working, she never spent time with us. Like I do with my daughter, she don't do what she didn't did with us. Um, she just was a I'm gonna put it like this: was a typical mom. Like she was just I'm gonna get you what you not what you need, but get you what you need, but not get you what you want. So I'm not saying nothing bad with that. I'm just saying it was a lot. It was like how your mom be at your house, like be with you all your life, but really fully not with you. So, how a parent be present, but not really present. You know what I mean? So, um, going off, I'm gonna go from the first time, I mean, to the age that I know that it was just too much going on. I don't really remember when I was a little baby, like to four. I only remember from 4 years old on up. So when I was like a little child, um, I was always picked out as being different because I was different. Um, my mom, well, as I was growing up being a child, and this is hard to talk about. When I was growing up being as a child, I was labeled already because when my mom had me, Um, when my mom had me, the doctor told her that I wasn't gonna make it. So I felt like at that point my mama did give up on me. She probably did pray to God. She probably prayed. I'm not gonna take her praying from her, but I feel like at that point I can't say that she gave up at me at that point. Let me take that back. I can't say that she gave up at me right then, but I feel like this is the point. It's something else that I feel like she gave up at me. I don't know if they upstairs or downstairs. I don't know. But he coming upstairs. I feel like feel like she gave up at me. She gave up on me. I feel like she gave up on me when she found out that I have dyslexia. I feel like she gave up on me when she found out that I had a problem. Well, I wouldn't say it's not a problem. It's just the only thing, and that's hard for me to say. I never came out to say it to nobody. But when she found out that I learned different, I'm learning things different, I do things different, she didn't get the adjuster of like what was going on with me for real. So I feel like she didn't get the knowledge to know exactly how to handle a child like that. And it's not like I was a problem child. It's not like I was a bad child. I just learned different than anybody else. So I wouldn't say it's nothing wrong with it. Like I feel like I learned. I still got my diploma. I still graduated. I still did everything I supposed to do. I get a job. I could hold a job. I could do this. I could do that. I could hold anything down. But it's the fact of when you don't know knowledge about something, you pick at somebody. Even though I don't care if it's your own kid, you sit there and pick at them because it feels like, oh, I don't got that problem. I could graduate with honors. Why she can't? Just because I didn't graduate with honors don't mean I'm not smart. Just because I had to get a little more help don't mean I'm not smart. So I hate when people put you in a predicament that you you feel like you not. It's like people put you in a predicament to be like, okay, you're not this, so you're not gonna accomplish this. So you're not like this. So no, don't put me like that. Don't put me in vocabulary because I learned the same way everybody else learned. It just take me a little more time. That's it. That's it. It just like something like if I go to a job and they tell me do that'll click. But like if it's something hard that needs to be taught over and over, it's gonna take me a minute. It's not like I'm never gonna get to it or I never gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it, but it's just gonna take me a process. Like any job that I ever went to, like it's just a repeat of the same job. It's just a different company. But when you go through jobs that you already been through, I already had the experience. So it's like, okay, cool, I know how to do this. So it's just like the post office. I never worked at the post office in a day of my life, but they just trained me one day, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm good. I'm good. Like it's easy. It's not hard. So like easy stuff will progress with me better, but harder stuff, harder tasks be kind of difficult. But I still can do it. And I just feel like at that point that I just really feel like in my heart that she gave up at me at that point. Because when she found that out, yeah, it's devastating to a mom. It's devastating to anybody. If you had a kid and then you find out that your kid have dyslexia, if your kid have ADHD, if your kid have problems, if your kid finna go through so many trials and tribulations through their life because of what they got going on in their life, then that's when it takes a toll on somebody else that don't have that. So yeah, it's a lot. She probably blamed herself. She probably was like, why is she turning out like that? What did I do? What did I didn't do? Yeah, I understand that she blamed herself a lot about it, but you can't project however you feel about yourself on me. Like you don't know. You need to work with that person. If I would have found out that my daughter or my kid would have had the problem or something wrong with them, I'm gonna get all the knowledge I could get about it. I'm gonna study it. I'm gonna talk to other parents that going through what I'm going through. It ain't every parent. A lot of parents out there that's going through this, and I want to get the whole suggestion of what's going on. So you can't deny me from not knowing my knowledge. And it's like that's what I feel like she didn't know knowledge of it. She didn't get the grasp of what it was. All she did is oh, she different, so I gotta treat her different. No, you don't have to treat somebody different, because if you treat somebody different, they gonna feel that you treating them different. They gonna know that you treating them different, and then they gonna be like, I don't like this feeling. So just put yourself in that person's shoes and see how it would feel if it was reversed. Just say that your parent found out that you had a problem, and then they just treat you so different than your siblings or whatever. You gonna feel bad. That's what I don't understand about anybody. Like, anybody. Why do they do that? Like, because you have a problem, like somebody in a wheelchair. Did they ask to be in the wheelchair? That's how God made them come out here to be. If they have ADHD, that's how God came to them from them to be. Like, just like I said earlier, I have a skin problem, and people put, oh, what's wrong with your skin? Why your skin breaking out? That's something that God built in me. That's something that God made me have. Like, it's a way to get around. I mean, all I have to do is just keep using creams. My skin dry out fast. I can't explain it. I even had an ex that, long story short, talked about me because of my skin. But you literally dated me, but you talking about me because of my skin that I can't control. Like, that's it. This is crazy. Like, I'm just saying, you can't control it. So I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask to be born. You made me be born. So it's like, why are you getting mad at something you created? You should humble that person. You should love that person. You should care for that person. All that. If you love that person, you care for that person. Like, I'm just saying, like, it that changed the whole thought. And that's what I feel like the process that she gave up is because she didn't understand what was going on. She didn't understand it. She didn't want to get labeled. She didn't want to get judged. She didn't want nobody to talk about her. So people will put the flaws on you so nobody won't look at they light. Because you the parent, so of course they go ding da dong, look at you and be like, okay, what did you do wrong? What was wrong with you? Why she came out like that? So just like, and then you sitting here saying all your children got a problem. Okay? Where that stems from then? If you saying that about all your kids, where is it coming from? Because we didn't have each other. I mean, we didn't have, I mean, like I was trying to say, I didn't make myself, my brother didn't make himself, my sister didn't make herself, my brother didn't make himself. You made us. So of course they always theme that to the parent. If something wrong with every one of the children, it's the parent. So you sitting there blaming your kids, oh, why did y'all turn out like that? It's because of you. It's because of you. You the one made them. You the one went out there had us. We didn't have ourselves. So that's how I feel. I want to get a house because I want a space that I can go out at. Ugh. For real. But yeah, I want to get a house so I can have space to like talk. But anywho, but what if I say anywho? So like, I just feel like that is the reason that she kind of gave up on me. And from that day forward, it just been like, it just the whispering, the talking about the, oh, she's different, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. And I'm like, how you sit here and talk about me when there's something wrong with you? Like, you can't sit here and talk about somebody else when there's something wrong with you. You don't even have the knowledge. You don't even have the courage to even tell me the truth about anything. You lie about everything. And it's just crazy. Like, I don't get it. And I just feel like she just had everybody, like my aunt, my grandma, my uncle, my cousins, my sister, my brother, like everybody. She just talked about me behind my back so bad. Like, I'm just like, if I'm that terrible person, why would you want to talk to somebody? Or why would you want to be somebody? Like, why would you want to even have a relationship with me if I'm that terrible person? Like, and I just go back from my childhood. Like, when I was growing up, every time I would get in trouble, every time something would happen, she would automatically try to beat me, abuse me, mistreat me. Like, it was just the craziest thing ever. Like, I remember I wanted to go to a prom. I'm gonna take it back. I didn't want to go to prom, but then it was something before the prom. I wanted to go out with my friends. Every time I would want to go out with my friends, she would never let me. She came all the way home and beat the crap out of me. Yeah, she came all the way home and beat the crap out of me. She was like, "Oh, you're not going with nobody. You're not going with nobody." Da 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 da, and said some more stuff. And like, I was just confused of like, why is I'm getting beat because I want to go. I want to do something normal that normal kids do, like go out with their friend. So you gonna beat me because I want to go out with my friend? Like, okay, and it was always beating me, beating me, beating me, beating me. Like, literally, like the times is like, literally, when, like, right now my daughter want to go to the prom. Like, I'm gonna let her go to the prom. I'm not gonna beat her because she want to go to the prom. I got beat for everything. When I say everything, okay, if something like, that's crazy when you get beat for everything. You don't do nothing. Like, you don't do nothing. Like, I literally got beat because I wanted to go to a prom. I would never forget this. This is my 12th grade prom, and I wanted to go to the prom. Tell me why. I forgot how it started, but it was something. I wanted to, like, I was trying to get a dress, and I was trying to get the stuff for the prom and stuff. So my grandma was still alive at this point, and my grandma was like, my grandma was like, we gonna get her a dress, we gonna pray for the prom, da 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 da. So something, I forgot what happened, but she said that I had talked back to her. But then yeah, I have to go back way back. But yo, I don't remember saying anything. I did have a little smart mouth sometimes, but I didn't say nothing out loud. I would be like, you know how kids are, and kids still do that to this day. My daughter do that. If I walk away, she wanna say something. That, like, yeah. So instead of her come and talk to me about it or tell me don't do it again, she just beat me. And it just came from nowhere. She just came up on the side of me, janked me up like this, took me to the tub, and pushing me in the tub. And I'm not lying, y'all. I'm dead serious with what I'm saying. Like, dead serious. It will always, every time she would beat me, it would be the most drastic beating. Like, it would be the choking of the neck, dragging me to the tub, putting me in the tub. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, I had some traumatic lifetime. When I tell you, my daughter don't even know what I went through. It's the craziest part. Like, literally, if I tell somebody the story, they gonna just stare at me. Because they're serious. I'm for real. It was the tub incident every time. I wanted to go to the prom. This lady came all the way from her job. She was at work, clocked in. She came from her job to beat me because I wanted to go to the prom. That was all. It was nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing. All I wanted to do was go to the prom. That's it. And okay, we was on the phone, and my grandma was like, okay, we're gonna have to talk to your mom about it, whatever. And I said, Mom, I just want to go to the prom. I just want to be a normal teenager. That's all I said. All hell broke loose. She came in that house beating the mess out of me, telling me, choking me like this, choking me against the wall, beating me in the tub, beating me in the tub. Like, I'm just like, I went through all of that. All of that. Like, they're serious. Every time we wanted to do something, we always got beat. It was never like, dang, how many more times you want to beat us for something? That's crazy. Don't beat a kid if they ain't doing nothing. I'm not doing that. I'm just being a regular teenager. Just being a regular kid. Want to go somewhere and can't go. She want to jump on me. She want to hit me. She want to slap me. She want to kick me. She want to do all of that. What the heck you doing all of it? What you doing that to your child for? Like, dang, you literally, she literally slapped me. And my grandma stood up for me. My grandma said, if you slap that kid, if you slap that child one more time, I'm going to slap you. You that don't slap no kid. Like, they're serious. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Like, my mom would literally, the punishment will be slap. 6 years old, you get a slapped in the goddamn face. 5 years old, you get a slapped in the goddamn face. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not that type of parent. I don't slap no child in no face. I'm not finna kick you. I'm not finna do nothing to you like that. The only way that I'm gonna do something to you, you have to be disrespectful to me, and I'm not gonna abuse you like that. I'm literally gonna punish you, or I'm gonna whoop you. I'm not finna sit there and slap you in your goddamn face, slap you across around. Like, I'm not finna do that. And sometimes you have to, where you come from, it will trigger off of you, of how you treat your kids. And sometimes I have to, my bad, y'all. But sometimes I have to come back and be like, okay, when I get angry, sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm acting like her. But she would have the most angry in her, and she would just holler off at you. Like, you a grown lady. Like, she a grown lady. Like, she hollering off at a kid. That's crazy. Like, the experience is the craziest thing ever. She just holler off at you, just slap you, kick you, hug you. Like, dang. But anywho, so I think, okay, that was like little when I wanted to go to that party. I was older. But okay, when I was like a little kid, probably like 7, 8, I would ask her certain stuff. I wanted to know when I first found out about that I had disability, that I had. Let me put it like this: when I first found out that I have dyslexia, I was so young. I was like, when I found out, I think I was in middle school. I was in 6th grade. Like, when I was in elementary school, I mean, I didn't know what it was called, but I knew I was different. So I was just like, I'm different. But I never knew what was different. But I just know my mom would have like certain talk with teachers, but she would never tell me what's going on. I was like, what's going on? She would just tell me, oh, everything good. They just said you need to work on some things. And da, 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 da. That's all she would ever tell me. She never told me what was going on with me. So when I got like 14, to be honest, I was getting curious. And I was just like, I want to know what they talking about and what's going on with me. So, I was in the car with her, I'll never forget. And my cousin, she was just texting back and forth. So, no, that's the second one. First one it was my siblings. One day, we were having an altercation. We always have arguments. So we was all in the house. It was me, my little brother, my little brother, my little sister, and my big brother. We all in the house same together. So I was, 4, 5. It was 6 of us. It was like 6 of us in the same. It was 6 of us in the house, 6 or 7 of us. So it was 7. It was 6 of us. It was 6 of us in the house. So long story short, so my grandma, was she still here? Yeah, she was still here. So we will go over. First, we would have our own house sometime. Then we'll live with grandma. So anyway, so we was all in the same house. We would live with grandma still, cause she had problems with. I'm gonna go through that story later on. But she was having house problems, like keeping her own house. So long story short, So one day we was having an argument, and then she pulled me to the side and was like, "Oh, you know you older. You need to just be mature." Da 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 da. So boom. So then she goes to them, and I overhear it. This is when I knew. This is when I knew that I really did have a dyslexia. Is because when um when she started talking to them, she reversed the story. And she was like, you know, your sister don't got it all, and she this and that, and she this and that, and she this and that, and you just gotta be patient with her, and this and that, and this and that. And I'm saying this, that, because I don't really remember what everything she said. But yeah. And then she was like, well, it's only some words stuck out to me when I'm talking. But yeah, she was like, yeah, you know, she got problems, and you gotta handle her a different way, and you know, y'all just gotta be mature with it and walk away. Don't argue with her. Don't do this with her. And then I overheard it. So I waited till they finished. I went in there and I said, Mom, why did you have to say all of that and stuff like that? I was like, if I'm different, what's wrong with me? I wanted to know right then. I was like, if something wrong with me, let me know. I want to know. I want to research this and see what can I do about it. Like, and she was like, no, nothing wrong with you. I was just telling them the same that I told you. Y'all need to just get along. So that was the first time. And I was like, okay. When I heard that, I just kept researching. So when we have, after that whole conversation, and we'll have arguments or we have fights, then one day, me and my sister had an argument or a fight. And she was like, that's why you slow. And I said, why you gonna say I'm slow? And she's like, that's why you slow. Mom said you slow. So I'm like, okay, what the heck? And then so I didn't know how to really take that. So I went back and I called her and I was like, Mom, why you gonna tell Shauna, you telling a 9-year-old that I'm slow? Why would you do that? And she was like, well, she needed to know. They need to know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. How you gonna tell them and I don't even know what's going on myself? That's crazy. You should be telling the person that got it what's going on with them so they could learn more about it. But no, you always did me like that. Always will go down below and make me feel less of a person when you didn't even knowledge and teach me why is I'm doing this. What is the history? Why did I have this? What is going on with me? Nothing. You ain't even telling me nothing. Like, that's the understanding that parents don't understand. You will hold that away, and then the older generation, you will hold that from your child for years, and then your child will be like, what's wrong with me? Why I'm acting like this? Why I'm doing this? Why I'm being like this? And from that day forward, I was skeptical about myself. I used to doubt myself so bad. I used to be like, I ain't nothing. I don't even have education. I can't even talk. I can't even walk. I can't even do nothing. Like, I would feel so bad for myself because I didn't know what was wrong with me. I was like, that's why I was getting treated bad. That's why I was getting treated like that. That's why they was talking to me crazy. Because of her. All of this is stemming for her. It was because of her. She would literally put an image on me that it wasn't even deserved to this day. I didn't deserve none of that to this day. From that day forward, that day before, I was 14 years old. I will never forget. I was 14 years old. No, I was actually, hold on, let me go back. I was actually 10 years old. I was actually 10 years old going on 11 when I found everything, when all that happened. So now all of a sudden, you sitting there, oh, don't worry about her because she's slow. Okay, obviously it had come from you and my dad. Down the line, like, I didn't make myself. So how you gonna get mad at me for what I have when I didn't make myself? Like, I don't understand parents. I don't understand parents. Because for real, how you getting mad at your child? You never told your child they had ADHD. Oh, they just a little different. Learn. That's what it's called, learning about a child. That's what irritates me about any kind of parent. Even parents these days, today, in this day and age, they don't care about what their child go through. They just sit there and label them. Oh, they retarded. Oh, they slow. Oh, they on a spectrum. But when I was working at the daycare, it was not like, for real. If they see a child act different, oh, they on a spectrum. They retarded. You don't even know what they got going on. And then sometimes it be the household. Sometimes it be the inside of a household that they going through. And that's the crazy part. People be labeling a child and say they slow. Like, for instance, it was an ex of mine. He kept calling his kid, oh, he's so bad. The kid was not bad. The kid just didn't understand what he was doing. That's it. I studied that. I sat there and was, when that boy was around me, I used to educate him. I used to literally get a book, read to him, write to him, sing to him. Like, all of that. You need to get an education to a child. You can't just sit there and say, oh, they bad. They bad as hell. They don't know nothing. They dumb. They stupid. Don't say that. Literally teach them the knowledge. Sit there and teach them the knowledge. Don't sit there and dog them, because they're already getting dogged in the world. So why make them feel less of a person? And from that day forward, when I found that out, as my family, my blood family will sit there and talk about me like a dog. And then in the world, I go in the world and I'm getting talked about bad, but I can't come back to my family because they already talk to me just like them people in the street. So it's like, that is so crazy and barnacle to me for somebody to talk about me that's my blood. I would never, I don't care in a million years if my mom would come to me and tell me, oh, your sister got a problem. Your sister, you know how many times, no, I'm gonna go back. You know how many times my mom came to me and told me my sister have ADHD? And I never threw that in her face. I never said, oh, you got ADHD. Oh, you got it. I never said that. I never said that. Then she had my little brother that have a real stuttering problem. Go tell my little brother that have a stuttering problem, oh, your sister slow. Like how you gonna call a kettle a slow and your other, like, all your kids slow at this point? Like, literally, you calling the kettle a slow, but then you want to sit there and say, oh, my oldest brother got ADHD. Okay, all your kids got ADHD at this point. At this point, something wrong with all of them. Then you want to sit here and label all your kids and talk about your kid. Then you want to call me, talk about my brother and sister to me. Then you want to go call my brother and sister and talk about my brother and sister to, like, it's so dumb. Like, you triangulation us to not like each other because you don't like yourself. But anywho, all of this is coming from you. All of this is coming from how you feel about yourself. You was degraded. You was feeling like that. You know something wrong with you, so you trying to reflect the flip the off and be like, oh, I don't know what I did, but it's something wrong with them that came out like that. No, it's something wrong with you. It's something wrong with you. It's however you, whatever your little education is in your head, that's how it's something wrong with you. So I already made the suggestion about that a long time ago. But I just was just like, I don't understand how you making somebody feel so bad for something they can't control. I can't control I came like this. I can't control that God had me like this. I can't control that God said, okay, we're going to make her come in the world like this. Like, you reflecting yourself on me. I don't like that. Then, that was like, I was like I said, I was 10, about 10, 11 years old. So, Um. So yeah, that was the time too, and my aunt had came back. My aunt was visiting. My aunt came from California, so my aunt would come down here. Like my aunt would come down to Mobile, like every once in a year or whatever. So she'll come down. She'll probably come down one summer, then I'll come. We probably won't see her for 2 years. Then she'll come back down. She'll just keep doing it. So my aunt came down. So we hold on. No, not when she come down to Mobile. We had went to live up there for when I was like 14, for real. We had went to live in Denver, Colorado. So then after that, she was like, okay, then she would talk crap about my dad. So I'm like, why is you doing that? That is so dumb. Like she would say, oh, her dad ain't nothing. Her dad in jail all his life. Her dad don't care about her. Her dad this, her dad that. And I'm like, why is you doing that? Like I can't stand parents that do that. Cause I don't do that. I don't care. Like I literally don't even talk about my baby daddy. Like I really don't talk about him. Like me and my daughter go out, we have fun. I really don't say nothing about her. Like I really don't say, "Oh, your dad this and your dad that and your dad this. I don't like your dad." I don't say nothing in front of her about anything. Like if she do hear some snippet, she gotta hear it on the phone. Like I literally had to be on the phone with somebody to talk about it. I literally had to be talking about it in front of her. But that's the only way. I don't literally come to her and be like, "You act like your dad. You doing it like your dad. You do it like dad. You do it like dad. You do it like dad. You did that." I don't do all that. I don't bash him in front of her like that. The only way she would hear it, like I said, is if she hear it when I'm talking about it. That's it. To somebody. That's it. It's just not. I just sit there like my mom and just sit there and just dog it. No. So yeah, no, I don't do it. So then, so my aunt would go be like, so I was writing a letter to my dad because he was in jail. So he would write back and forth to me. So I was writing a letter to my dad, and then my aunt, I heard her in the other room, and she was like, "Why you ain't tell that girl about her dad yet? Why you ain't tell that girl to stop writing her dad yet? Why you ain't tell that girl to stop doing that and stuff like that?" And because her dad don't even care about her, you need to tell that girl that. And then my mom was like, "No, let her write that letter. If she want to have a conversation with him like that, she can." I just think that was crazy. Why is y'all sitting there talking about me because I'm writing a letter? And then after that, I tore up the letter and I didn't even want to send it to him no more because I was just like, and then and then the aunt was like, "But you told me that he didn't care about her. He didn't want her." So I'm just like, at this point, I'm just tearing up the letter. I'm not gonna talk to my dad, anything. My dad wrote me and was like, "Why you ain't send me a letter?" I was like, "That's my mom." Because, like, why is you ruining something? Like, okay, if I wanted to have that fantasy in my head for years and I was sending him letters still, let me send it. Like, why do you have to break up something? You want me to have a relationship with him, but you really don't want me to have a relationship with him. Like, for real, you don't want me to have a relationship with him. Because then you will say on the other hand, "Oh, I want you to have a relationship with him." But then you don't want me to have a relationship with him. Because you talk about him like that. Like, that's crazy. Just because you don't have a relationship with him no more, don't mean that I can't have a relationship with him no more. Like, you never do that. Just like today, if Brianna come to me and be like, "Mama, I want to write my dad," or "I want to call my dad," or "I want to do this," he gave me the number, I give it to her. It ain't no loss. It ain't no loss. I want them to have a relationship. It's just like my situation is totally different. Like, totally different. I get into that later, but that's totally different. But it's just like what the heck? So after that, then my aunt want to talk about me and stuff, and I'm just like, this is crazy. So we in her house until my mom get a job, get stable, and all this. So we in her house. So me as a person, and I do that to this day. Like, I would literally wait till everybody go to the kitchen and go in the kitchen and fix me something. So I ate my food and I was like, I'm gonna save my ice cream for later. My aunt come back and I was going to get my ice cream. I was like, I'm tired of eating my ice cream. I was walking in the refrigerator. She was like, put that ice cream down. You had that ice cream. I said, I did not have ice cream at all. And so my siblings saw it. I said, tell my aunt I didn't have the ice cream, y'all. And then they was like, no, she didn't have an ice cream. I didn't have ice cream. I was not lying to her. So she literally beating me because she said I had an ice cream and I had two. I didn't have an ice cream. So I got mad. I went in the room and I tried to shut the door. She came up behind me and she was doing this. And she took me to the tub and she was trying to put water on my face and try to kill me. I'm just say that. She was. Because then she did say, she was like, I killed. Like, for real, I'm not lying. Like, this is on everything, y'all. She literally did me like this, choking me. And then she did like this. And she said, I kill you, bitch. For real. And I'm like, oh my God. And she was finna turn the water on. And that was that one time that my mom came in there and she jumped on her. And then the craziest part is how you gonna defend me at the moment. And then when y'all go outside on the side of the side outside to talk, and I opened the window and I was listening to what they were saying, and my mom wanted to turn on me. She wanna say, why are you she wanna say, you know you don't need to do that. That girl slow, why you doing that? Like, and then my aunt explaining her side, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, she believing it. I did not have an ice cream. And then she said some things. I can't even remember everything she said. She was like, she don't even know how to read. She probably did have one, but then she probably don't know that she had one. I'm like, what the hell? Like, y'all really trying to make me seem like I'm just the lootalist. Just the lootalist. That's where I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell? Like, y'all really trying to make me seem crazy. So, I was like, whatever. So then later that night, I had went in my room. And I just was like in the room all day. I didn't want to eat or nothing. Because I was just like, this is crazy. This is bartical. I didn't even have a phone at that moment. And I was like, this is bartical. This is crazy. Like, how is she believing her? And when I know what I did, like, why would I be lying about that? And I don't lie. Like, if I lie, you gonna know I'm lying. If I'm telling the truth, you gonna know I'm telling the truth. I'm that type of person. And I was literally crying my heart out. So I know I was telling the truth. I did not have ice cream. And so later that day, they came in there trying to apologize. And then they was like, your sibling, your little sister, and your little brother came in there and told us that you didn't have an ice cream and you could have one. Like, what the hell? So now you was trying to kill me, and then now all of a sudden you want to give me an ice cream? Hell nah. I was like, I'm good because I'm over it. I was like, I just kept saying, I can't wait till I get my own money. I can't wait till I move out. I can't wait till I do. I couldn't. Because when I say I was traumatized all my life, like, that's the second time I've been in the tub, and she literally got my neck and said, I'll kill you, bitch. What? Like, that is so crazy. And that's crazy for my mom to turn on me. And so after that, I just looked at my mom weird. Then they went to the store. And after that, they was like, oh, we gonna be back. So they done went, they left all of us there. And they done went to the store. They went to the store to literally go buy some stuff. So about they going to Goodwill and stuff. What? So y'all literally have a conversation outside about me and then walk in, be smiling and laughing, and then go to the grocery store. What? So then they come back and they talking about we got you some clothes and we got you some shoes and we got you some books. Also, now you trying to say something. So I was offended at that. It's like, and I was like, I don't want it. So all of a sudden, now you want to talk about my hair. You want to talk about my clothes. You want to talk about my shoes. You want to talk about I need knowledge. I need to read. I need to understand. So now you talk about 4 different things on me now. Every time I would do my hair, every time I would style my hair, every time I wear clothes, oh, why you wearing that? You don't need to wear that. That look ugly. Then every time I do my hair, why you do your hair? You always doing your hair like this. Do your hair in a different style. Like, it's in my hair. I'm the one wearing it. It was always judgmental. Like, it was all judgmental. To this day, I'm like, why is you always talking about my hair? And just like as I got grown and an adult and I live on my own. To this day, every time I see my mom, oh, you always get your hair done. You say you never have money for hair, but you got your hair done. And where you get that new shirt from? Where you get that new pants from? Where you get the new shoes from? Where you getting the D? Where you doing this? Why you buying that new cell phone? It was always something like, are you jealous at this point? Because it's really feeling like jealousy. Because it's really feeling like envy, jealousy to me. Because you always be putting something and then you put it in my daughter's head. You telling her, oh, y'all always buying something new. Do it matter? It's my money. It's not your money. It's my money. I never asked you to buy me hair. I never asked you to buy me shoes. I never asked you to buy me clothes. You did that stuff when I was a kid. But since I've been grown, I never asked you to buy anything that I ordered. I never asked her. Everything that I ordered in my house, I bought it on my dime. The only thing she ever did is gave me some money for a bill. That's it. She ain't never buy no hair for me. She ain't never buy no clothes for me. She ain't never buy no shoes for me. She ain't never buy no car for me. I did it on my own. So it's just like, dang, what you hating off of? I never saw nobody in their life hate off their kids so bad. Leave me alone. I'm not bothering you. I'm doing my own life. You already to raise me to what I want to be raised to. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. Support me. Keep. I promise you, my daughter move off or she do what she want to do. I pray for her, but I'm still there when she need me. I'm not gonna pry in her life. But yeah, so that's when I know. Then they want to come back. I didn't take none of them gifts. I was just like, I'm done. Then they want to talk about my neck dirty. Then they want to talk about this. Then they want to talk about my arms. Then they want. Oh my God, y'all. Go away. It was a beat, y'all. But yo, they want to talk about everything. And then that brings, when somebody sit there and talk about you so bad and they talk about everything about you, then that makes insecurity come. And that's where my insecurity lies. Like, I always thought my insecurity lies when dudes, but my insecurity lies, it started with family. It started with mama. It started with your mama. Your mama, your auntie, your grandma, your sister, brother. It started with family related. And I wouldn't say brother, because my brother didn't ever say nothing. I would say, like, yo, females in your family. That's when it really starts. When somebody always judging you as another female. And I was the heavy setter sister. My other sister was skinny setter sister. It was always comparison. Oh, she look better than you. Oh, she do this better than you. She do that better than you. No. What the hell? She do that better than you. But no.
¿Quiero ir al lugar o no? A ver el juego. No, si a ver aquí el mundo ya. ¿Qué chingos no hasta allá?
It was running. I don't think it was running.
Sí, al bomber. ¿Dónde está? Yeah, bro. ¿Sí ven o no? Oh, ¿va a ir para allá usted? Oh. después ya vamos para allá, para que no te la chévere.
I'm